How are you? I hope this is better. I hope this is better. The laughter is getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there. All right. All right. Oh, well, been busy trying to find a new place to live. My lease has not been renewed by my ex, Emery Porter, who's still on his shit. Pray and send love. Just pray and send love. To all my haters, to all my enemies, I still love you. You try to kill me, didn't work. Try to do everything to me, didn't work. Hurt my business, didn't work. Nothing. And now your lives are a hot mess. I'm telling you, you cannot play God and hurt the innocent. Now you are going to be wrecked with tragedy and havoc. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? I tried to warn you. I tried to warn you. A lot of you hate me because you think I got this easy. No, bitch. I have to work hard and sacrifice and go through pains and stuff that you don't see. So now you think you're entitled to take away what's not yours. You think God's going to sit there and let you do it? You fuck out of here. You want to know the secret to my success? Self-love. I love myself because I recognize the God within me. And when you connect with that, you'll have wealth, fame, health, everything added to you. It says in the Bible, seek my love, seek God, seek and fear God, and all the desires of your heart shall be granted to you. That's all. You don't gotta hate somebody else. That's whack. Like the late Whitney Houston said, crack is whack. So you got the God in you. You did the work. I certainly did, which is why I'm blessed. Okay, we are going to now do the reading of the fourth house. For those of you in the collective that have the fourth house, Pluto, um, we are going to, oh yeah, here we go with the phone calls again. And the person never sees me live. Let my spliff, I don't know, it don't be like it used to, and I'm so, focused, on the bag. As you all know, I'm getting older. I'm getting older. I know I look young, but I'm 54. You gotta prepare for retirement, your safety, your nest egg, you know. All right. Well, first of all, let me say hello to some of you. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I could do that too. I didn't know I could do that. Oh, cool. That way it can be seen, right? Let me put these here. Oh, Alistair Crowley. Excuse me. It's time for that whiskey shot. When my lungs get like that, I take a shot of whiskey, and it clears that bitch real good. All right. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. All right. Let's see. Who's here this morning? Friday morning. All righty. Damn, I always forget Mr. Magoo. But you know what? I'm going to make it be. Shanta, how are you? Shanta G, GM. Hello. And this, who is this? Welcome new ones to my channel. Zion Bratman. He says, I can't wait. He says, I can't wait for the 12th house. I may get some really good insight. Yes, because I have Pluto in the 12th house. The house of magic. The house of ancient wisdom. The past. And that's, if you want to know how I have this knowledge, well, I got Pluto in the 12th house, along with the sun and Uranus, the planet of genius. So all this ancient knowledge, and I read a lot. And all the, and then I tap into the Akashic records. So yes, I am very blessed. And so are you, if you have Pluto in the 12th. Provided that you have enough courage, because, you know, shit from the 12th house, ooh, you gotta have courage. So I commend you. That is one of the most terrifying, difficult, as well as the 4th house position for Pluto, as we are beginning to discover through empirical data and research, and then looking back and doing interviews with clients and former clients, and we interview them from the time that they are young to the time they're old, to see the change and transition. It's not done too much, because this type of empirical cross-section or research costs a lot of money. And this is why I'm creating my empire and creating all this wealth, not for me, but to help generate research to uplift the field of astrology, because it is heralding the age. Remember, Aquarius rules astrology, and Neptune rules astrologers. Don't forget. Who else is here? Ryan, how are you? Royal and Royal. Very good. And okay, let us begin. Okay, for those of you who have Pluto in the 4th house, here we go. Again, and of course, I do have a how to do tarot reading. I have a course. It's $200. It's 2 hours, and I give you the entire history of tarot, where it came from. What does it mean? Why is it called keys instead of cards? What does the colors mean? Symbols, images, everything. By the time you get through my course, you're going to be badass bitches and niggas and reading tarot. And there's a lot of you out there that are just brilliant. Oh my God. Some of you are so fucking fantastic readers. But a lot of you are young. Uncle Fernando, you know, he's middle-aged. And as an empress carrying energy vessel, I think it's my responsibility to help train and nurture these young tarot readers who are remarkably talented. Remarkably. Empress Lillian, fantastic. Love Tarot, fantastic. You know, and I mentioned a few others in the other videos. Fantastic work. Phenomenal work. But I think a lot of you need to know the real history behind tarot. Do you know that the tarot card, well, let me not do the, just to give you a little preview. Let me take the weight and ride of that. Do you know what's in here? This is the book of Genesis. The tarot deck is the book of creation. If you spell tarot, read it backwards. When you read it, tarot, now read it backwards. You know what it says? Torah. The Torah. The Hebrew Bible. This is this. The book of Revelation, the book that's talked about in Revelation, to eat it and swallow it, they're talking about this, the tarot, the Torah. The Torah. The Jews know. They know. Okay, this is the Torah. Okay, that's what tarot means. Did you know that? This is what you're going to be learning in my course. And learning the real shit behind this that has been kept from you. Exclusive knowledge. It'll make you better readers, and it will bring you up a level. You want to be an empress instead of a king or a page? You got to understand this. It'll be great if you learn the Hebrew alphabet. Learn the Hebrew alphabet. The Hebrew alphabet in itself is magical. That's where the Psalms come from. And also the numbers. There are numbers connected to each key. And there are ways that you can do magic with the cards. Real magic. Not from would-be magicians. You have to be ordained for that shit. That don't come when you get up one morning and decide to be a magician. It doesn't happen that way. You have to come from a bloodline of magicians. Royal ones. Like myself and those of you. That's why people hate us so much and we get a lot of hate. Because people know it's a very privileged position. You'll never lack. You'll never want. You'll live a long life. And it'll be peaceful death. And posthumously, you'll be remembered. And even put upon the names of the gods in the stars. I'm telling you, there ain't nothing new under the sun. We're still making mythological figures to this day who were once humans and now are gods. And that's the course that we're heading. Sure you did not know. I have to do a snot rocket because, I'm still going to be, unique like that. Have my Perrier water. And of course, I'm accepting reading. A lot of you call for readings. I'm going to be doing readings after I finish doing the tarot card. I will be doing readings. I will not be doing private in the sense that you call me for a reading. I'm going to do it on the air. Unless some of you don't want to be read on the air. Then that's okay. Isn't that kind of neat with the mirror? Now you can see the cards and you can see me. And if you're throwing me evil eye, it's going to bounce and go right back to you. That's why I did the mirror. This mirror, I put a magical spell on the mirror. So if you're throwing evil eye, evil energy, it's going to bounce right back and go 7 times. So don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. What you think you lack and that I have is an illusion. You have the same energy and the same gift as I do. There's no need to be jealous of anybody. It's an unevolved energy or envy. You were born to have and do something special on this planet. It might not be what I'm doing. So connect to you and see what's divine within you. Bring that shit out and watch your entire life change. Don't think that someone else has something that you don't, or that someone else has something that you wish to have. You already have it if you want it, but you got to do the fucking work. Okay. Pluto in the 4th house. The 4th house is a lot. It's a lot. If you got a 4th house, Pluto, you will benefit from a birth chart. What I gotta say here, out of all the houses of Pluto, the one that is very, very sketchy and mysterious and is still not very well understood is the fourth house in relation to past life information. Normally, astrologers don't discuss past lives related to Pluto in detail. Number one, we don't have the knowledge or the reference, right? Two, it might be something that the client is not interested in, or it might have uncomfortable memories of past life stuff that maybe the client is not ready to hear. So it's very, very difficult. It's kind of a quandary. The 12th house position of Pluto is equally complex, mysterious, and very frightening. Very frightening. But it's also the house of power, magic, and visualizing a manifestation of your desires. If you got Pluto here or the Sun in the 12th, yes, there is a negative side which you have to master. But then there's a good side to it, and that is a manifested magician. And I mean the real shit. The real shit. Okay. So real that you scare yourself. For real. Then Jesus told Peter to walk on water and to have faith and to believe. And when he did, he started walking on water. I bet you, if I was there, Peter would have. I think it scared Peter. So he started to drown because, oh my God, I can do this just like Jesus. Yes, I'd be scared too. He scared himself, started drowning. Because, we weren't taught that we have this in us. And Jesus tried to teach us and let us know that the divine essence is inside of us. Right? The wisdom, the kingdom of God is inside you. That's what he kept saying. Not in no fucking four-wall structure, the church. Oh no, the church didn't want that. That's why they killed him. And all the 12 disciples. The church. But let me not put down the church. Everybody knows that the occult and the church have been bitter enemies throughout the ages. Burning us at the stake. Keep us quiet. Well, it didn't work. We're still here. And those of us that were burned at the stake have reincarnated in this life and go, fuck you, bitch, I'm still here. You can destroy the body, but not the soul. And we're going to come back. That's how you do. I know that this is a reprieve. I got to tell you this. So you'll understand. Bless your Uncle Fernando this Friday. We got so much of it. I got to move. I got to do all kinds of things. It might temporarily disrupt what I'm doing. And that's okay. But it could go smoother if I have support. So that we can get this done. I'm talking to the realtor today. Because this ex of mine is still doing shit. We got to pray for him. There we go. I know I got to be a dude, right? Okay, the fourth house. The first 7 rows is what you are carrying. Because this is a psychological house. Like the second house. But the second house psychology is one of conscious. You have conscious and then you have the unconscious. With the Pluto in the second house, which is the psychological house, but so is the fourth, but it's different. It is self-esteem, self-worth, and your own identity when it comes to the second house, which is developed by conditioning of your parents, friends, teachers, environment, and what you're bringing with you from other lifetimes. You would think that this falls in the fourth house. It's like, who came first, the chicken or the egg? the fourth house is the foundation, which takes off and begins to develop in the second house. The reason why they're different is because the conditioning that happens psychologically in the fourth house from your parents is not mandatory of the person to embrace those values. You have the free will to either follow the traditions of your parents or break off from them and begin your own. And that's the second house. Whereas the fourth house, you have more control. But the control doesn't occur when you're young. It occurs after you're older in hindsight, and you decide this kind of upbringing and values I'm going to continue to develop, which takes you into the second house, makes it part of you. Or reject it and develop your own by the time you get to the second house, which is your teenage years and late teens, early 20s. Either you're going to follow the value system that you learn in the fourth house from your parents and your background and your race and all that stuff, or you can connect and do something else and embrace another value system independent of what the conditioning process was in the fourth house. Got it? Good. So we're only going to do one row. Only one row is required. It is because there's no control in changing it. This is the bedrock. This is gestation, childhood, the birth, pregnancy, or the germinal seed before birth. Then the gestation of 9 months, and then birth. Or should I say rebirth, because we are reincarnating back. Okay, and the fourth house also represents the immediate past life. So the first row, the first 7 rows, will be what you are carrying. And then the second 7 row is going to give me a trajectory of what your past life was like. This reading is more complex and special because here we have to do 21 spreads, and instead of the basic 3 groups in a collective or 4, it was this with Pluto in the 4th house, and because this is a cardinal house of Cancer foundation and the ancestral tree, the bloodline, the past life, this is a heavy house. It packs a punch. So the first row of 7, Spirit is telling me something else. Oh, wait a minute. Spirit is telling me something else. I can read bells. They communicate too. That's the magic. Ooh, deep. This is deep. And a real treat too for you guys. I'm going to be discussing 7 successions of past lives. So I will be addressing not 3 groups in the collective, but 7. The number of Jehovah, the number of creation. 7 times 7 times 7. So I'm going to put 7 cards, and these 7 cards are going to represent 7 groups within the collective. And each row of cards, I will use the weight deck and the astrology and create another 7. And this is going to give me a trajectory of 7. Either 7 lifetimes back to back or scattered about in time, but having a similar theme that we are seeing today. That's deep. Ooh, that's deep. Hallelujah. Elohim Adonai. And thank you, Jesus, in the name of Christ, Father, and the Holy Ghost. Thank you, and thank you for the download. All right. Bells also breaks evil eye being thrown. You can break evil eye by the mirror, and by bells. All right. And of course, I got the Torah right up there, open to a powerful psalm in Hebrew to break any kind of spells or evil eye being directed from the collective to me. With a glass of water. Yeah, all righty. Here we go. And can you believe that people still are throwing me shit? They're still doing graveyard work. They're still doing witchcraft on me? And I told you, 11 people have died already. 11. If the detective was like, Mr. Prudhomme, but don't these people understand that nothing is happening and it's not working, it's hurting them? Like, yeah, but they're obsessed. They're obsessed. You know, these are people that need healing. They need healing, love. These are people that don't love themselves and hate themselves and want to become somebody else. And when they can, they get hatred, and now they want to destroy that which they like or love. It's weird. But, you know, it's just another expression of self-hatred. It's very sad. It's very sad. Since we're talking about Pluto. All righty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me see if I can. Do I bring this down? Yes. Let me move these. Oh, I know you want me to use you, but it's not relevant to this one. You're greedy. I've always used you. This is the animal deck. But I'm not instructed to do the animal deck yet. But I do teach it in my course. All right. There we go. There we go. Mm-hmm. And, okay. That over here. I don't know why I did that because I'm going to have to move it again for space. Okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. Oh, you can give your donations. I'm looking at the cards through my phone number under Zelly. And now Other People's Astrologer has its own PayPal account as well. No longer under the administration of our names, like myself or Keisha Farmer, because as an LLC, we can do that. We have to have separate accounts for the bank, separate accounts for this. But because it's a newly formed LLC, we have to hire these people, and that took time and process, so we have to make some changes. So now we are accepting PayPal under the People's Astrologer by a head accountant, and also Zelly through, again, my phone number. Alrighty. I think I got enough room. Now I can bring him further down. Right? Is there something in the way here? No. So I got 6, 7. You can't see the 7, it's right here. 7. 7 times 7 times 7, no. Number 7, God did the word in 6 days and rested on the 7th. There are 7 days in a week. Number 7, the number of the demiurgic God that is the ruler of this system. Jehovah, Yahweh, Yahweh, Allah, Elohim, and all the other names that he goes by. The first one in the collective, the cards are flipped up and not open but flipped up. And there are significances that I will be explaining in my course. All right. We are going to flip. This is the first group of Pluto in the 4th house. We're going to put this up and aside. Let me take the laptop, put it over here. I wish I could, slant the camera. But when I do it, it stops recording. And the phone company doesn't know why this happens. And I always think it's the spells, which are affecting all that kind of stuff. It's a pity. It doesn't stop me though. Sometimes you just can't stop. Okay. Oh, they're telling me. They're guiding me. So bear with me. With the Pluto in the 4th house, I'm not doing this reading alone. They are talking to me. For somehow it has to be done a particular way. Okay. So I may have to move the phone further out. I may have to move this further down. Okay. And I think I have to loosen this bar. Okay. No, I should not be doing that. Oh, I see. Let's close it. It's supposed to, let's see. Yeah. Perfect. So we're going to go up like Jacob's ladder. We're going to go upwards. The highest card, which will be up here, is the further distance of past lives. While the closer, going down, is getting closer and closer to the ego and personality, which is you today, the current life. Okay? So here for the first group, the first collective, you have the universe. The universe. The 21st key. It is associated with Saturn. And this is going back to the Saturn period, which was, wow, whoa. Some of you are here. Some of you have your bloodline extends as far back as the Saturn period. Now, you don't know what this is. And just because it says Saturn doesn't mean that it has any association with astrology or even cosmology. Just the term is being used as a principle. Nothing to do with the science of the planets or of cosmology. It's deep. Here, the Saturn period, and I believe I did a video a long time ago discussing the periods, epochs, eras, ages. And that video didn't seem to go very well because it was very mathematical and a lot of you started talking to each other and didn't pay attention. It was like running a classroom and nobody really was interested. You all had like side conversations. That's when I realized, oh, this generation doesn't seem to really like math. Although I try to simplify it as best as possible. If you don't remember that video or you didn't pay attention to this video, you won't be able to appreciate what I'm talking about here. Some of you are billions, if not trillions of years old. We got here some ascended masters in human form. This group has a special DNA blood. Special DNA blood connected directly with the archons of the Garden of Eden who have created you. Who is? Feel Many of you were born autistic. And I'm not talking about the autism that's found in the 5th house with Saturn there. I'm talking about the autism of like 10 times Jesus put together. That are actual walking records of time and space. Some of you got deep knowledge, deep sense of knowing, but you don't know of what, why, and what to do with it. It's like you know everything around you and its origins, and life can be a little bit depressing and futile. Nothing may seem to interest you. Nothing may seem to carry weight to you, for you, at all. Okay. Now we go into the past lives. But the 7 cards that I will throw, because they're telling me not to count this as the 7th. This is the Sun. Now I'm going to take this deck, number 2. Number 2. I will use this deck. All right, let me take this tablet, laptop, whatever. Put it over here. Okay. Oh, seriously. We're going to take this. This represents the moon. So we got the Sun and the moon. How appropriate. No, the Sun bigger and the moon. Okay? This is the world, Saturn, and it came out upright. The 21st key, which is number 3. The first Trinity, which created creation. Very, very good. Wow. Now we put this card, which is the moon. And the moon is very important. The moon will set the tone for the recurrent theme that keeps happening every lifetime you incarnate. For those of you who want a birth chart to go deeper into your Pluto, that will have to be done, and then to discuss details as to what you went through, what the soul learned, and if you are to use this in the current life and how, and also when, because everything doesn't happen right away. There's also divine timing, right? Okay, show me, Principal Archon, show me. Show me in this first group of the collective, the tone, the underlying theme that keeps coming back every incarnation. Show me. You always pick from the first card. And you have the houses. The houses. So we flip it and we read it. Oh, look at that. 2 put together. Ooh. This is important. Duality, polarity. Let's read them both. One is the planet. So let me flip it over. And we're looking at Pluto. Lord, I'm going to have to do something about this. This is not good. Mama, I got the side, huh? I want to make sure. No, this is the moon. Wow. Okay. The moon here is making reference to your psychic atonement. It seems like every lifetime you've had a connection with your ancestors and divine beings, that if you were to be confused by anything or anyone as far as events and stuff happening in the material world, that the only refuge you have of gaining clarity, objectivity, and guidance to the divine light and the divine spark is through your intuition or intuitive intelligence, as well as emotional intelligence. This is your avenue towards the divine. Listening and connecting with your inner intuition. The polarity of this is not to listen and to allow the ego to direct the course of your life instead of your spirit, which is symbolized by the moon. So the theme here is twofold, because now here we have what card is this? We got the houses, another house. So it could be that many of you were born with Pluto in the 4th house, but at the tail end. So some of you might have Pluto in high degrees of 20s. Maybe on the cusp between the 4th house and the 5th house, or the 4th house and the 3rd house. So Pluto, for one group of the collective, is located at a critical degree, or an in-between cusp, or at a cuspal degree, making the impact of Pluto that much more powerful, either natally by birth or by transit. And the you're gonna go through many upheavals and sacrifices that will have to be made. And when you call upon the Creator for answers, it will be delivered slowly. So one of the lessons here to learn is patience, and to cultivate patience with yourself and with the process. What will allow you to succeed and survive anything is your ability to always stay connected with the source. So your diet has to be very, very, it's delicate. You can't eat too many fatty foods or red meat. You have to eat more plant-based foods and drink more water because that purifies the channels or the meridians, right, to the chakra systems that will allow spirit to enter and commune with you. So take care of your temple, which is your body. So this is the underlying tone. This is the germinal seed, the bedrock of what's going to give root to the other lifetimes. Okay? And now after we do that, we take the rider deck, or the weight deck, and we put 7 cards at the same time and read them. We put them this way. Again, like a spiral. Jacob's ladder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It almost looks like the tree of life, the Kabbalah, the Kabbalistic tree, with the Sephiroths and the 32 paths. Alrighty. So, let's go from the way back to the Saturn period, which this begins. And we're talking billions to trillions of years. So each card will represent a billionth year. And there's a theme connected. And it might be connected to the next, to the next, to the next. And so billions of years of reincarnation, you're bringing about the same theme. So and the way that you're going to learn to process or give about this mission, this theme that's embedded by the sun, right? I say the sun because it's the sun and the moon, right? By Saturn will be detailed It's like watching a soap opera. At 2 o'clock, you see All My Children. Oh, wow, wonderful, I love it. Then at 2 or 3 o'clock is the next soap opera, One Life to Live. Then the next hour is General Hospital, The Bold and the Beautiful. These are different soap operas of life that bring to each card the same theme. And it can play out through your parents because it's the moon, or through career and work, which is the third house, fourth, or fourth house, fifth. It might be in your creativity. Some of you are professional actors, and the roles that you are playing has something to do with this theme. One actress that I'm going to mention that I have done the chart for, never met her and never met any. I know some of the people. When I was in theater, I met her, Meryl Streep. She happened to rent the theater space where I was a resident actor in downtown Tribeca. And she was doing a movie about violins. This was in the 90s. So she rented our theater space. Lovely, lovely woman, a Cancer, a short lady. And she had this. And if you know Meryl Streep, I've been watching her movies since I was 14 years old. This woman has done a lot of movies. A lot of movies. Each movie that she has done, for the exception of Mamma Mia, which was a musical, and she made it into a movie, with the exception of that movie, all her movies always centralize on emotional themes. That's an example of, since birth, she's been doing this centralized theme in her movies. So we can take her birth until now to be thousands of past lives where the same theme is being brought to the next life, but brought on a higher level of vibration. Or it can degenerate to a lower level of vibration. Your free will decides which direction you're going to go. Okay, so here we have the Hierophant. So there was a time that many of you were high priests to the Creator and had a direct connection to the Creator. The Empress. Many of you came from wealth, power, money, influence, and many of you have royal blood. Because to have this Empress, Emperor, and High Priest and Hierophant energy, you have to have royal blood, which shows in your DNA. So some of you have royal DNA blood. The High Priestess, can't make this shit up. The High Priestess. Some of you are here from Atlantis, Lemuria. This is why I have to do these videos of Atlantis and Lemuria. If I do these videos and you can connect this, you are on your way to being liberated from the chains of material matter and enter divinity. This is what Jehovah tried to stop humanity from reaching. The Tower of Babel, remember? The garden. He punched them all. So they put the pieces together. Okay? This is the divinity within. What? Are you fucking kidding me? Come on, guys. Guys, hey, dude. Empress, High Priestess, and the Hierophant? Fuck out of here. What? What? Really, bitch? Really, bitch? Look at this. That's why you have an ascended master with you. Many of you are born with powerful guides, training you, guiding you. Look at this, and the Trinity. See, you get a lot of hate from people. A lot of hate, a lot of jealousy. And trust me, I know. You get a lot of that. They hate you because of this energy. It's a blessing. And people will try to kill you for it. I know. Okay? But you can't take this from anybody. They'll be killed, and in horrible ways, too. You don't fuck with people that got this type of energy. And this group, divinely protected, because you have a divine mission, y'all. Oh, but you have to protect it and defend yourself. Some of you are going to experience some powerful enemies that are going to try to kill you, stop you, betray you. So there's lifetimes after lifetimes where you have to fight. And this fight is what gives you the spiritual rewards. Some of you will be betrayed, thrown into a prison, in which you will go into despair for many lifetimes. Not as a punishment, but as a way to learn how to rescue those who are still in darkness. For you to be able to be that kind of healer, you need to go to darkness yourself. See, it's God. I'm getting a stomachache. Ooh. This is Pluto in the 4th house. For a particular sector of the population. Oh, the devil. Some of you will fail in your mission and be cast into prison and be caught in a net. Again, the path to God can be through darkness or through light. Some of you are going to go through God and redemption through darkness. I think of the movie The Green Mile and the Shawshank Redemption. That's that path that you have to walk through. And then the last, going way, oh my God, Temperance in reverse. This here is with the devil upright. With the devil upright and the angel reverse is pure ignorance of spirit. And it took billions of incarnations to reach this point of self-enlightenment. Okay, what resonates? This is the first grouping. The first grouping. Here. Here. We'll put this card aside. Back into the collective. And we'll choose the next one. And you flip it. The next group in the collective is Pluto in the 4th house. Here we got again another Saturn period. Here we have the Queen of Discs. Wealthy woman. Wants for nothing. She has the globe in one hand and the staff in the other. And she's looking down the valley. This is the Capricorn card. And you can see the horns of hard knocks. She had to go through shit to get to this point. But it came out reversed. So many of you will be shysters and gangsters and con artists. And those who will achieve wealth through very ugly, evil, and diabolical means. Don't forget, Saturn rules the devil. Okay, so that's the germinal seed along with its polarity, the moon. Okay, which is the actual starting point and theme behind the germinal seed of the sun. So go, okay, tell me, show me. Ooh, okay. I take a peek. And then I put it back in. Ooh, the same card came out. And they told me, boy, you better get that card. Okay. The same one that I put back in there. Mars. Oh, my God, the planet Mars. Well, it makes sense. If you're going to be a fucking killer, a hitman, or a gangster, you need Mars on your side to do the killing. You, a hitman is what I'm getting here. The mafia, the cleaner, the one that goes out and cleans when a job goes wrong. The mafia sends the cleaner, and he kills anybody, good or bad, connected to the project, and finishes the project himself. Or an executioner, someone who pushes the button for you to get fried in the electric chair. These people that do these things, soldiers. even military. This is the vibration here. But the foundation is based on greed and negativity. And with Mars on the upright, you will succeed in being a terror to your community, to those you love, even against the planet. Those scientists who developed the atom bomb carry this type of energy. Okay, so that's the sun and moon bedrock. Now, let's use the weight deck to go into the specific theme that keeps repeating in the current life, stemming from this period, which is also a Saturn period. This is the spring of souls, the virgin spirits, that will eventually become humans down its evolution. Pluto goes way back there. That's how intense Pluto is. It goes back to the first sparks of creation. The first swirlings, as the Hebrew and Torah says. All the divine spark. Oh, there we go. Oh, these cards came out. These cards came out. These cards came out. Let me see. If it's 7, I'm going to go, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at that. I can't make it up. Damn. God, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. You just threw him right out. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, the spiral universe, right? Okay, let us begin down here. Many of you are going to be motivated by poverty. Poverty is what's going to make you go into criminal life. Okay, the 5 of Pentacles upright is severe poverty. The earth plane is completely closed to you. Health problems, being evicted from homes, being shamed. The community sees how you're poor, your clothes are dirty, and this is what gives you the impetus. Like in Gone with the Wind, when Scarlett O'Hara say, "I shall never go hungry again." That's this. This determination is what's going to propel you to a life of dubious virtues to obtain the bag. A killer. Look at him. Look at him smiling. Look at him smiling. He's defeated. Look at him smiling. Evil. Look at the clouds rushing through. A swift killer with words. The sword represents air. But physical action, because of the vibration number 5. People are walking away. They can't beat him. You'll be unbeatable. Real mafia energy. Now, these are billions of successions of lifetimes. That's why people don't learn lessons right away. They're so ingrained from many eons of evolutionary years of doing the same thing that these people are incapable of learning or even being good. So you have to send high ascended beings to help transform these people through tragedy. Because that seems to be the modus operandi with Pluto and Saturn, is that to evolve, you got to go through pain, which will constitute growth. The third one, then there's a change here. There's a pivot. And look, you get the Ace of Pentacles. By being this evil and coming from poverty and lack and drive, by any means necessary, you're going to get the bag. And there it is. It's coming. The angel, Ace of Pentacles coming from heaven. Even God got to say, damn, man, I got to give it to him. He's evil, but he did like shit. But damn, his determination, I got to give him the bag. Damn. Give him the bag. The bag. Some of you are going to get that bag through very dubious means. Here we got the Chariot, Cancer. Success. But law of karma, it came out in the reverse. So, in getting the bag, okay, bitch, we're going to give it to you, but it's going to be hell on earth for what you've done. This is the soap opera shit, where everything happens to those who are rich and powerful, and they ain't got no rest. That's what makes us love these soap operas. These are people that get these types of experiences because of the bloodline, the family tree, and the sins of the fathers fall on the children kind of shit. You know, this is where it comes from. And the generational wealth that this is a guarantee to give you has the hands soaked in blood. With Pluto in the 4th house. Okay. The next theme, Queen of Wands. You'll be powerful. It took you to be a certain way, because you'll never be poor again. There it is. Now she's cute, she's good, she's fine ass. Fine ass. Because they've achieved it. This is an ambition that they've been working for eons. Now, you know, okay, you putting back time, they go, well, fuck it. Fuck it. At least I got the bag. You know, but you be there, you know what they say, careful what you ask for. Careful what you ask for. Now we got fame, popularity, but you will be murdered in this life for your money. There was a movie called The Milkshake Murders, where 2 twin brothers, 2 surgeons, wealthy beyond belief, were killed brutally by one woman. It was also, they made a movie out of it. It's called The 2 Mr. Kissels. Karma comes back. It was based on a true story, too. The two Mr. Kissels, based on the Milkshake Murders. Google that. Success, triumph will not come to you in this life. So some of you are paying karma that goes way back from other lifetimes that you have to bring into balance. So if you find yourself going through shit, going through hell, know that this is God's way of burning out and expunging the karmas that you're bringing from your past. This is Pluto in the 4th house. So that's another section. That's 2. Take what resonates. Take what resonates. Alrighty. Put this back. The next one. And what do? We flip it. Temperance Sagittarius. Some of you are going to come with the germinal seed of wanting to do good and wanting to restore something. Maybe you come from a bloodline that has done a lot of evil shit. So now you're here to restore balance to your own bloodline. Or maybe you were born in a family that has a generational curse that goes back hundreds of thousands of years. And you're going to be that motherfucker or that bad bitch that's going to break that family curse. And it takes a particular type of healer to do that. So this is definitely what I'm getting, number 14, Temperance. And now let's go look for its counterpart, which is the moon. Okay. Archon ruler. Please tell me. Show me. Show me and tell me the polarity point of the sun, of the germinal seed, that will be the central theme that will follow this soul throughout its incarnations. First card, planets. It don't matter if you flip it or turn it this way because it gives the same polarity. We got Saturn. Saturn on the upright. So Saturn along with Temperance. Now understand that Temperance is the angel. Like it could be your guardian angel, your spirit guide, which communicates to you or not, depending on your level of growth and evolution and how open your third eye chakra is. Might talk to you through intuition. You might actually hear it talk to you, like I do, like my archons I have. Like a high priest, like someone who's a Yoruba priest, or that can channel guys, beings. And you have Saturn. Saturn, you know, is the devil. So you got the devil and you got God. Here are the two polarities in unison. So the devil here becomes Jeshua instead of Jehovah. Or it is the same being transforming itself from one to the other. One to the other. According to how it sees fit the situation. But this is another divine protection because Saturn is not upside down, it's upright. Who can fuck with you when you walk in good conscience with both polarities of Jeshua and Jehovah, which represent the polarity of union? And this is evident in the verse in chapter 45 of Isaiah, where God says that he's good, he's bad, he does good, he does evil, he's the Lord, he does all these things. Right there in those verses, they're showing you the polarity of the Creator. Okay, now let's do the successive in the billions or possibly trillions of years of successive lifetimes of emotion. Oh, the one part. Happily ever after. Wish fulfillment. Number 4. So you're going to come from a very wonderful family background. The foundation. Good parents, good upbringing, good childhood. You need this in order to be balanced, which is why you have the sun and the moon, God and the devil, upright, in perfect balance and unison. This is the underlying germinal seed. And here are the sprouts of that germinal seed in successive lifetimes. So they got the Cancer, number 4. Yeah. This also confers generational wealth and coming from a wealthy family. Well, some of you will come from a wealthy family. This is the third grouping in the collective. But some of you are going to be dangerous. The Ace of Swords, reverse. But many of you are not going to follow God and follow the doctrines of spirit and do your own thing. And you can do that because you got free will. Many of you will be in government, in heads of state, and high, powerful positions. But many of you will be involved in embezzlement, racketeering, crime, the darker side of politics. Many of you are going to live a very, very easy life. The 10 of Wands is burdensome. It came out in the reverse. You're not going to know poverty. Strength. There will be one grouping of billions of incarnations where strength will be required. The more knowledge you have, the more advanced the spirit is, the bigger the mission and more difficult. That will require strength. Excuse me. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have number 6. The Ace of Cups. This is wish fulfillment, which connects to the 4 of Wands. The cup. Happiness in everything. And it makes sense. When you are mustered through with great strength, the reward is the cup. Natural. And then number 7, the 8 of Swords in the reverse. Mental clarity, clear direction, and bliss to current day. So you're going to go to many transitional periods, but the ending of your life, or heading towards the tail end of your life, is going to be one of peace and continuous prosperity with no disruption. Okay. This is one grouping in the collective. It looks so cloudy and foggy now. Oh my goodness. And then it is clean. Again, it's that spirit coming in. Okay, we put that in. We'll put this back. And back in the collective. And then we got the 4th grouping. The 4th grouping, we flip it and we get luxury. Wow. Some of you are going to be power brokers, empire builders. I get Robert Moses here. Robert Moses, if you know, designed and restructured all of New York City. Robert Moses, he's coming out here. So it's going to be like something grand. Some of you are going to be architects. When I was in Singapore, I think it was 2 years ago, one of the most wealthiest cities on the planet. If you are ever blessed to travel 22 hours on a plane to Singapore, oh my goodness. Now, you think Abu Dhabi, Dubai, where I've been in these places in Saudi Arabia, they were rich too and glamorous. Oh, listen, Singapore, I'm telling you, they take pride. There is no poverty in Singapore. The wealth is disgusting. It's that type of vibration. But I like Singapore, though. This, look at that. Oh my God, this is Cancer, the fourth house and the sign of Cancer. Luxury. Luxury is beyond measure. Now let's look at its counterpart, polarity. Archon ruler. Show me. Show me. Thank you for your Snapchat donations. Thank you. But you know your uncle now. You know your uncle. Put that on that Zelly. Put that in there so I can get it. Because I don't get this money in a month and a half and it's only a third of it. Because, you to be greedy. They take a lot of that shit. But I love you. You get the blessings 100 times for it. Love you. Love you. Thank you so much. Okay, it's counterpart. It's counterpart to this. This is wonderful. And we pick up from the first card, we get the planets. And the planets, what is it? Mars, the planet of action. You ain't gonna be fucking rich if you don't put the work. Stop playing. Look at that. Mars, you put the hard work and you get the luxury. You don't put on that hit on somebody to take their money. The guys be looking at you like, he's stupid, he's stupid, really? That's what? That shit takes balls. All right, so yes, this is one. Yes, it says in the Bible, faith without works is in vain. And that's one. And then there's another verse in Proverbs where it says, do not like or do not love sleep unless you go into poverty. So the more you sleep, the more poor you'll be. The less sleep you get, the more wealthy you become. And this is a principle. And it is embodied here. So this is the germinal seed of ethics and principle. You don't get nothing for nothing. You got to do something to get something. Wonderful. So many of you are going to be upstanding citizens embodying this principle. Okay, now let's see how this opens and plays out in successive lifetimes. Show me Archon ruler. Archon ruler. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that. Almost. And 7. Blackjack. Damn, I feel like I'm playing blackjack. All right. Well, life is a gamble. So it ain't that far from the truth. Okay, spiral. Let's go back to the primordial beginnings. Non-success, failure. So these are kind of like the brutes of humanity, going way back. So these will be people today that are very gullible, very innocent, and learn through the hard knocks. Disgraced. Justice. Here, to have justice, which is a karmic retribution card, along with judgment, wheel of fortune, and the world. When you have this is fame and triumph and recognition by the public, by the community. But if it's upside down, it represents public shame with the justice card here. Meaning the justice is the judge, which puts order, law and order in a given society or culture, and will judge whether you've been upright or degenerative. Some of you here are coming from a bloodline of families that have not done very good things and have hurt people and destroyed people. And that creates an energy in the bloodline that follows from generation to generation. The sins of the fathers fall on the children. And this is in the Torah, and it's in our Western Bible. This represents that principle. So some of you will be coming from this. And it's up to you to restore this. Restore the pride and virtue and integrity of your bloodline. Because you were born in a tainted family bloodline. And you are here to correct it. Pluto in the 4th house. The King of Cups. You are to do this through love and example. Authoritative love. Be a father of love, not only to your children, but your community. Children who don't have parents, act as their father, act as their mother. King of Cups, that's the energy. You could be a woman embodying the King of Cups. Or a man. I'm a man and I embody the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. But I also can embody the Emperor or the King of Swords, depending on my mood. So these are energies, okay? Take what resonates. The Ace of Wands. Some of you, this is a pivotal point here. The Ace of Wands is an energy, a gift from the Creator. You are here to do this on your own without the agency of the Creator for this particular incarnation. Here you want to test your own godity without any assistance. This might be a very difficult incarnation or series of incarnations, but it's something that you chose to connect to the inner God within you without any divine help, so you can connect to your own sense of divineness. I get a lot of Sagittarius energy here. They like to ponder and pontificate these things. Next slide. The moon in reverse. A truth seeker. You're going to spend many lifetimes where you're not going to be married. You might not want to deal with women if you're a man. Being born gay, or bisexual is very common with this. You're not here to experience the concept of home and family as in heterosexuality, but you can have that. And also same-sex relationships. But we're going backwards in time, moving up, where this is now something that's more avant-garde and more evolved. It wasn't the case before. So you are one of those pioneers to set a trend and an alternate lifestyle in which society later on will catch on. And this is a painful, though, experience of reincarnations because you are bringing something to the collective that they don't know. And people feel what they don't know. So this may be a many lifetimes where you might be killed, murdered, or you will be stopped from achievement, and you'll feel like a failure. But understand that these things have to occur so that we can have a reference point of history in which we can say humanity was here and now it's here. It has been primitive here, but now it has evolved here. We need evidence of these transitions, and some of you are born to be the carriers of those examples. The star and the reverse. Many of you will be here not to achieve what you want in life because, again, you were born with this on the reverse. The public shaming of the bloodline. Once this gets fixed, then all these will be upright. That's your free will. That's the power of God within you to change it around. Change it around. The devil in the reverse. Then the life that you're going to lead will be wonderful. It'll be upside down because this will be restored. Okay, they're telling me that 4 groupings is enough. They don't want me to give the other 3, and we are past the hour. So guys, take what resonates. I hope you enjoyed this, and this is Pluto, in the 4th house. Please donate. Call for a reading to take advantage of it now that it's early. And what can I say? Thank you guys so much. See you later. Bye.